Hey guys, it is NCS Fan 001 here for another one of those weekly trophy list updates. Today's date is Monday, February 5th, 2024. So this will have covered the week of January the 29th through February the 4th of 2024. So overall, this was not a super productive week because, of course, I was quite busy going home for several days and hanging out with Lizard Guy. That was a whole lot of fun. We did a lot of gaming, got very drunk all 3 nights. It was a lot of fun. Played a lot of random games, especially on the Switch. Watched random YouTube stuff. It was a good time. It was a lot of fun. So we did only get to stream one of those 3 days, unfortunately, because we weren't planning to stream anything on Thursday. That was more just day to get caught up, hang out, just randomly play games and stuff, and then Friday, we really wanted to try to stream some stuff on the Switch, but for some reason I was unable to. I don't know why it wasn't working, because I've never run into that problem before that I can remember, so it was really, really weird. It's like I couldn't stream on the Switch. I don't know if it's because he has like a newer Switch or if it was just something up with the streaming. I don't know. But we were able to stream on PS5, which was a lot of fun. We played like Armored Core 6 and we played Overcooked and I think a couple other games. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. Definitely enjoyed that. And then Saturday, we just mostly wanted to play Switch stuff, so couldn't stream it anyway. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, though, of course, that stream somehow got demonetized. I have no idea why, because honestly, we were fairly tame in that stream. So anyway, in terms of actual trophy progress, I worked on 3 total games this past week. I would like to point out, though, Spider-Man 2, I still haven't heard anything about when we're getting our New Game Plus mode. I don't even see anything on the, forums on PSNProfiles, so I don't know when we're going to get that. Maybe not until, they get pushed back again or something? I don't know. I don't know what happened with that. Hopefully it's sooner rather than later while the game's still kind of fresh on my mind so I can just knock that out quickly, even if it has, an ultra-hard mode or something to it as well. But yeah, don't know why that's not there yet. Though speaking of random games, there are currently a lot of major rumors circulating that Starfield is going to get released on PS5 in Q3. So that would be August, September, probably. That would be something. I would love to see that because I know that Starfield has generally overall a little bit more positive than negative reviews, but a lot of people that didn't like it or were definitely underwhelmed by it. But we all know how much I love Bethesda games, primarily Fallout games, so I can't wait for it to come out on PS5 if that turns out to be true. But what's more important is that if Starfield comes to PS5, that means that there is actually a very real possibility that Elder Scrolls 6 and any future Fallout games will also come out on PS5, even if they're just timed exclusives or something for Xbox, which is definitely a highlight of the day. So, other than all of that, I actually did progress in 3 total games. First off, we got the Platinum Trophy in Word Search by Palgi. This is the North American PS4 version. Now, like with all Palgi games, this one is an easy platinum, especially if you follow a guide. But unlike other Palgi games, this is a very, very time-consuming one, as you have to solve all 384 puzzles. Each of those puzzles is a word search with anywhere from 15 to 25 words total. So there is a lot of puzzling to do in this game. So that's why this platinum is so much rarer than other Palgi games. You're looking at a solid 10-ish hour platinum even when following a guide. So this is a good game just to pick up and play 1 or 2 categories of puzzles a day and just work your way through it until you get through all the categories. So you're going to get your first trophy after solving your very first of the 384 puzzles. Then you have to highlight any word backward, which is pretty self-explanatory. You can knock both of those out in your first puzzle. Then you have to solve every puzzle in each of the 27 categories, which are Animal Kingdom in full color, Time to Eat, Bedtime Story, Getting Around, Musical Interlude, Stay in School, Career Day, Around the House, Got Your Number, On the Water, Adopt a Pet, Halloween, Names, Natural World, Quench Your Thirst, Around the World, Interesting Words, Get a Hobby, Christmas Time, Human Body, All in the Past, Sports, Pirate Tales, All Year Round, Science Experiment, Rhyme Time. Oh yeah, that's the last one. And they're all silver trophies, so lots of easy silver trophies. They just take a little bit of time to get through. Then you, of course, have a handful of miscellaneous trophies. So for the first one, you have to find all the diagonal words in a grid first. So just look at a guide and look at which words are diagonal and select them. I would definitely recommend doing these on the shorter puzzles that might only have like 15 to 16 words, because of course that's going to be easier. For this one, you pretty much just work your way down the list on the right side because they're already in alphabetical order. So just work your way down the list from top to bottom. Guide can, of course, make that a little bit easier. This one's a little bit more annoying because it doesn't specify this, but it doesn't matter which short words you pick first, just as long as you do all the 3-letter words before doing all the 4-letter words before doing all the 5-letter words. So like if you had the words can and fan, you could do those in either order, just as long as you do those before the word fart. I don't know. I don't even know if that was actually a word. Because this is actually the only Palgi game I can think of that doesn't have a select some inappropriate word trophy like all the other ones do. And then finally, you just have to replay a puzzle and beat your best time on it. For this one, I would just recommend solving any puzzle, any of those puzzles at all, just on your own. Do it legitimately, no guide. And then pull it back up while following a guide, and you will easily do a better time on it. But each puzzle can take anywhere from slightly under a minute to over 2 minutes, depending on, how much attention you're paying to it. So it is a long platinum, but it is a relatively relaxing and enjoyable one, just something that you can pick up and play whenever you have the time to play it. Next up, Dead Rising 2 on the PS4. I earned a handful of trophies this week. We're nearly done with our first playthrough. So I got to 5,000 zombie kills in a single playthrough, which was pretty solid. Obviously, we're not going for the 72,000 yet. I need to get to the top level, so level 50, and I also need to have enough money for the SUV, all that other important stuff. So we're still a good ways away. This is going to be probably the last playthrough I do of the game, because I still need to do a second playthrough to start cleaning up all the miscellaneous trophies, then another playthrough in co-op, and then a final playthrough where we go and kill the ridiculous total number of zombies. And then there will be like one final trophy after that we just start up another playthrough for, because I'm going to save one of the easy trophies for last. So let's see. Already had the psychopaths defeated. Okay, I knocked this trophy out as well, killing 1,000 zombies while riding a motorcycle. I just went ahead and knocked that out during the large amount of free time you sort of get toward the end of the game. Because once you get into case 6 with the military arriving and all, you can kind of do stuff like pretty much in whatever order you want. Well, not necessarily in whatever order you want. You just have a lot more time on your hands because it's just the case files and like 2 more side quests where you can rescue people. Then let's see. I've been keeping track of everything in all these categories. I've made a little bit of progress, but we're still a long, long way away. Then say, oh no, that was last week as well. Okay, what else did I get last week or in this past week? All right, here we go. We completed the facts, which is the main story. So that is something I was definitely planning on getting done on that stream, was just completing the main story. So it's 7 total cases and then the facts, which is like a final boss fight. But then after that, there is still the overtime mode, which I didn't quite have time to complete this past week, but I'll be getting that done on the next stream of the game. I also killed off the 1,000 special zombies, so this one takes a little while because not every zombie is considered a special zombie. So this one can take just a little bit longer because you can just ride the motorcycle to slice sickle through everything, but there's no guarantee you're going to be getting all the special zombies. You might only get a handful at a time, but 1,000 is honestly not all that much. And again, you have so much free time during cases like late case 6 and then case 7 and then before the facts, before you finish that. You also have tons of time in overtime as well, like another something like 12 hours in game or something, so a bunch more free time to do whatever you want. We gave Katie, oh no, that was actually last time as well, okay. Then I still have the images for the multiplayer trophies or the videos for them, but I'm going to hold on to that just in case I were to need like a little more footage or something for that. And then, let's see, got all the combo cards from Survivors because by some absolute miracle, I was able to loop around and do both parts of Tape It or Die like just barely in time. So that went really well. The notebook is actually almost filled out. There's only a handful of things left in it because I know that I missed the Slappy fight because it never popped up, even though I don't think I ever had 8 survivors on screen at once during that time period, so I don't know why that one didn't pop up, but if that's the only one that I'm missing, then that's pretty good. And I think maybe there was like one other thing that I missed or something, but it's not very many. So there's not much left in the notebook in terms of like other survivors to rescue. This is probably the one I'm going to save for last because it's fairly easy. And then this one, what's this one? Oh yeah, the hidden combo card. I look at that literally every week. So progress is coming along. In future, next stream, of course, will be completing overtime and then starting up the second playthrough, which is going to be entirely focused on hitting level 50 and working on all of these various miscellaneous trophies that just take a really, really long time because there's a lot of stuff you have to do. Because if we go back up toward the top, remember for this, there are 1,000 zombies barehanded. Then you have to use every type of melee weapon on a zombie, of which there's like 100. Every ranged weapon, there's another like 50 of those, I think. Explosives, there's maybe 10 of those. Novelty, there's maybe like 20 of those. Then, let's see, create all combo weapons as well as get all the combo cards. That's going to take a while. You have to reach level 50 to even get all the combo cards. And then you have to find all the other ones. And then there's, 50 of them. And they're all, some of them are fairly complicated with the items you have to find. And then you have to change into all the different pieces of clothing. There's well over 100 different pieces of clothing in the game. You have to consume all the mixed drinks. That one's actually fairly easy because there's only 9 of them. Every type of food, again, there's like over 100 of them. And then I did at least finish the gift giving to Katie, so at least I'll never have to worry about that again. And I never have to play any of those stupid poker missions ever again in my life unless one of them made its way into Off the Record, which is not good. Or not something that I look forward to doing, at least if that is a mission in Off the Record, I mean. I am looking forward to doing Off the Record. I actually like Off the Record, even though I don't like it as much as this original version of 2. Spending money, you just need to rack up the money first, then enter all the stores. Again, there's well over like 50 plus stores. This one, you pretty much need a full inventory, so you need all 12. Then you need, for spray painting Zombrex posters, there's like 40 of those. That one's actually an easy one. And then just the remaining combo cards. So yeah, one of the combo cards from Psychopaths, I think the only one I'm missing from that is Slappy. And then this one is just the ones that you find from like interacting with posters and stuff, plus the ones you get from leveling up. And like I said, there's only a couple left in the notebook. The Smash skill move, knock that one out at some point. So it might take like 2 more playthroughs of cleanup before I even go for the co-op trophy or the 72,000 zombie kills. So yeah, long way to go on all of that, but making progress, definitely doing well with all of that. The trophies should start to come a little bit faster in the future. And then I actually decided to start on a console Lego game because I have not played a console Lego game in about 2 years at this point, because I think that's when Lego Star Wars The Skywalker released, was about 2 years ago. So it has been a long time since I played a console Lego game. Yes, I played a couple of Vita Lego games, but I found out from Illusion's videos that apparently this is one of the ones that you can get for free through streaming. Well, not for free necessarily, but through PlayStation Plus through the streaming service from PS3. So this is actually one of the ones you can get, and most of the other ones that you can stream either don't have trophies or I've already done them before, like Lego Indiana Jones 2. The only other one on there that I could still do, actually no, there's 2. Lego City Undercover, which I already own anyway on PS4, and am not looking forward to. Ghost and Killer did not have a fun time with that game, so wonderful. And then there's also Lego Star Wars 3, the Clone Wars one, so that's of course supposed to be one of the hardest ones, but I'll be curious to see, again, Illusion's doing all of the ones that are available on PS5, so I'm actually very curious to see what his video says for that, because it'll be a modernized video of such an old Lego game. But for this one, seems to be one of the simpler trophy lists, because this is one of the simpler Lego games, because it was a 2012 Lego game. It's, much older. There's a lot less to do in it than something like Skywalker Saga. The Platinum apparently only takes about 20 hours, which is not too bad at all for a Lego game. You get 15 trophies just for beating the story, which is fantastic, so finish the 15 story levels. And then it's all of your other typical trophies. Get all the gold bricks. There's 250, 100%, which is gold bricks plus red bricks plus citizens in peril plus, stud fill outs plus characters, all that normal stuff for Lego. I think there's 20 red bricks in this game, so quite a few of those. And then just test out a custom character is pretty self-explanatory. Use all the different vehicles, which takes a little while to get. Then unlock all the characters is pretty typical. Stud meter in all levels is pretty typical. Citizens in peril, there's 1 per level, that's pretty typical, plus 10 mini kits. You do have to play through one level in co-op, so this is one of the LEGO games that does have a multiplayer trophy, but that's very, very straightforward. And then, unlocking characters, completing bonus levels, and then just a bunch of other miscellaneous trophies that we still have to do. So, obviously just got started on this game. That seems like it's actually going to be a fairly grindy trophy even with the stud multipliers, because that's actually 10 billion. That's a pretty high number by LEGO game standards, I feel like. But anyway, definitely enjoying the game so far. A lot of people say that this is a really good LEGO game. I'm enjoying it so far, and it's just something I can casually work on over the next couple of weeks. So let's go ahead and sync up the trophies. There's plenty of other things I can mention here in this update. So, level 857, 47%, 27,660 total trophies, 788 platinums, 5,204 golds, 7,413 silvers, and 14,255 bronzes. So, plans for the upcoming week. Well, there's actually a couple other things I can talk about. First, the Fallout Georgia video went up about a week ago. It's doing very well. Glad people enjoyed that. Can't wait to get started on the next one, which is going to be Ohio. And then I have at least one more planned after that. It's a state that I don't even think has ever been mentioned in the Fallout universe outside of knowing what Commonwealth it's supposed to be in. So definitely excited for those. I'll get started working on those soon. I also need to get started working on the Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed video because, of course, I was just busy this past week. I was hanging out with a friend. We were just gaming and having fun. So, other things that happen, though, both are in relation to PSN Profiles. So first off, we had the Guide of the Year results from PSN Profiles come out. So I just want to give a huge congratulations to the big top 3 guides of the year. Actually, it was top 4 this year because third place was a straight up tie. So I don't remember the last time that happened. But first place was the Borderlands 2 Vault Hunter's Diary, which is an insanely detailed video. Well, not video, an insanely detailed text walkthrough with lots of pictures and everything from Borderlands 2. It's very, very well made. Second place was 100% walkthrough for Dead by Daylight. That game that won't stop getting DLCs, that takes absurd amounts of time. And then third place was a tie between Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster and Hogwarts Legacy. So there are definitely some familiar names in here. There's Hunting Fever, PJ Cooper, Charizard, Argandolph, Aqua Sky, Mohand. A lot of names that I'm definitely used to seeing and some that I've worked with in the past. But then we had, your exceptional trophy guides, exceptional DLC trophy guides. And I am very proud to say that in the Returning Author Excellence category, I got second place. And it's the first time in several years that I've even placed in any category. So very, very happy about that. Thank you guys out there that voted for my guide if you did. That one was a lot of fun to write. It was the Fallout 3 all DLC trophies walkthrough and roadmap. So had a lot of fun writing that, playing through Fallout 3 again. Maybe I'll do the same thing for Fallout New Vegas in the future. But we will have to see. And by the way, the number 1 was the Red Dead Redemption Trophy Guide, which was also very, very well done. Like I've said before, guides keep getting better. People keep doing better and better with them. It's insane how much it's improved. Because back in the old days, you could pass a guide that didn't really have a lot of stuff in it. It didn't have to be all that detailed or anything. Even if I look back at my old guides, it's changed so much. But the other big thing for me was that my guide for Red Dead Redemption 2 actually hit 1 million views, and that makes it the first trophy guide in PSN Profiles history. Trophy guide, not first guide, but first actual straight-up trophy guide to hit 1 million views in the website's history, which is pretty freaking awesome. That was a surprise that it got there. I kind of forgot about it and kind of stopped even checking it, but that was pretty amazing. Thank you guys out there that ever used that guide and gave it ratings and favorites and all that kind of stuff, because that is definitely one of the proudest things I've written on the site. It's sad though, because I did write it with a second person, but that guy, I guess he deleted his account or whatever. He's not on there anymore, so it now just lists it as me being the only one on it, even though I definitely was not the only one, because I don't know what happened to the other guy. But yeah, that hit 1 million views. There is still another guide that has over 2 million views, but it's a walkthrough guide, not an actual trophy guide. But that's all right, because I got to be the first to get a trophy guide to that level, so very, very happy about that. But otherwise, that is it for PSN profile stuff. It was definitely a very successful week over there. So again, thank everyone out there that wrote some amazing guides this last year, who voted for mine or for anyone else's. It was a good year for trophy guides. Even though I didn't write that many this year, I mean, I definitely took a little bit of a step back to try to focus more on YouTube stuff. But in terms of actual plans for the upcoming week, the main ones are to continue working on LEGO Batman 2 when I have time, and of course Dead Rising 2. Will be streaming it at least a couple of times this week, hopefully more than just twice this week. Hopefully I can actually get into that, 3 or 4 days of streaming a week. Hopefully I can actually manage to make that be a thing that happens. Though this year, I don't know exactly what this year is going to bring with YouTube stuff nowadays, because I'm really just trying to spend a little more time going out and living this year than I did in the last couple, like actually actively trying to date and get a girlfriend for the first time in a couple years, actually trying to go out and actively spend time with friends more, actively trying to further my actual real world career in the healthcare field, because it's time for a change in that to make it start being better pretty much. I've talked about that many times in my streams. So we'll see what the future with YouTube and all brings, but there is definitely going to be a lot more focus this year for me on just trying to go out and live life a little bit more, because I say that because I currently have a couple of big plans. In the end of March, me and Lizard Guy and a couple of our other friends are doing a bachelor party in Vegas. That's going to be freaking awesome. I can't wait for that. I haven't been to Vegas in 7 years. But we're going to do that. And then in April, we have the wedding for that guy, and I'm a groomsman for that. So doing lots of real life stuff. Definitely excited for all of that. It's going to be a heck of a lot of fun and a good chance to, again, go out and actually live life a little bit. So yeah, there are other real life plans coming along that may sometimes impact gaming and YouTube, but hey, like I said, time to live a little bit. So otherwise though, when it comes to trophies, again, Dead Rising 2 and LEGO Batman 2 are pretty much the two main focuses right now. So that's pretty much about it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe, ring the bell if you haven't done so already. Let me know down in the comments what y'all have been working on this past week. And like I said, hopefully we'll have a more normal schedule, at least for the next several weeks. There's going to be 1 week where it's not going to be as much, because my parents are coming down just on the Saturday to go to a basketball game, but that's about the only thing that I have planned for the rest of February. So yeah, thank you guys again for watching. Thank y'all for being members of PSN Profiles and voting for everyone. And yeah, I will see you guys later this week for some more content.